Hey guys, how are you? Andy Suku, founder and CEO of Y2K Credit Solutions. Today I have another great topic to talk to you guys about. And that topic is a program that came out last year for home buyers, people that are purchasing a home, but the rates were a little high. They offer this program to help people out on the interest rate. The topic is going to be the pros and cons of the 2-1 buy down. Now, again, as always, this image is going to be on the front end of this video so you can read it as well. Also, if you really look into the 3-2-1 buy down program, if you research it, you'll see what I'm talking about here as well, right? So this information is relatively online as well, but also you're speaking to a qualified real estate agent and a qualified mortgage broker. They will explain this to you as well. This is why when you're purchasing your home, it's very, very important that you work with a qualified, trustworthy realtor and mortgage broker that has your best interests, not someone that's just looking to put a buck in their pockets once you sign those closing documents. All right. It's very important because, listen, I want to be very transparent with you guys. I've come across a lot of fly-by-night real estate agents and a lot of fly-by-night mortgage brokers that are just worried about themselves and their pockets. They don't care about you. They're just trying to fund you, get paid, move on. What happens after that? It's up to you, not their business. Which is why I don't agree with that, because I feel like if you provide customer service and guide your clients to the proper transaction of their home purchasing, you're always going to have a client plus referrals for the rest of your life, right? Because you're always going to refer their friends, family, etc., etc. But a lot of these guys don't do that these days. Everyone's just trying to hustle. I understand that, but as we see that hustling is not that's the day of age old way of doing business now. It's coming back to where a lot of the traditional qualified mortgage brokers and realtors are getting the businesses now, and all the fly-by-nights are just hanging on the sideline, finding another career, right? Second thing is, before I get into the video, the 2-1 buy down program is a great program. Don't get me wrong, but it does have some pros and some cons. And it more so affects the first time home buyer that have this, not this big income, but you just have a medium class income. For the ones that are financially stable, which means they're making a ton of money a year in their business or their W-2, and they can afford the rate that they're getting now, they would take advantage of the 2-1 buy down. And then when the 2-1 buy down terms end, they're okay paying their new monthly payments, taxes, insurance, and the new interest rate, which is what was agreed upon before the 2-1 buy down went into play. So it's not a bad program. It's a great program. It's just I find that a lot of people are not explaining it properly to a lot of the first-time home buyers that are barely making the cut to get their mortgage. And this is where you end up in a situation and you can't get yourself out of, right? So it's a great program. Again, if you go online, you research a 2-1 buy down, there's tons of information and viable websites that provide real-time information. A lot of you guys don't know this. I actually hold a real estate license, not even for Florida, but for 4 other states. I don't sell real estate. I have no intentions of doing that. Maybe just for my own purposes, I will use it. But I hold a license because I teach, and I plan on teaching more financial literacy to the bigger corporations like Keller Williams and so forth, to their agents this coming year. That's the reason why I have it. But I see what every other realtor do, and I know that I'm not going to do that. So I learn from their mistakes, right? I mean, trust me, their mistakes are so blatantly in your eyes, it's not even. Let's get into the topic. Let's get into the 2-1 buy down. And I want you guys to pay attention to this because this could be a deal breaker for you. Not so much in the beginning of the process, but when your term ends with the 2-1 buy down and you go to your original interest rate, which is what you were approved for. Okay. So let's go into the pros. So the pros is that you have low interest rate for 2 years. So for example, let's say your rate was 7%. You get to buy down to 2%. 5%. For the first year, it's going to be 5%. The second year is going to be 6%. the last year it ends, it's going to be your 7%, which is what you were qualified for. Okay. So low interest rate upfront, so you're able to purchase your home and pay a lesser interest rate. 2, the seller, the contractor were paid upfront fees. So this money doesn't come out of the buyer; it comes out of the seller concession. They have to agree to it. So it's up to the seller. Not all sellers may want to do it, but if the seller does it, that money that they put aside, and I posted a Excel sheet of a calculation of how it's done. Now, if you want a copy of that Excel sheet, or you want me to do a presentation on that Excel sheet, how it's done, you can put the numbers in and it calculates it for you. Let me know. You can drop a comment below and I'll send that to you, or I'll teach you guys on how it works. It's a very real-time, accurate Excel sheet that I put together. Just plug and play, right? And so if you want to see what it looks like before you go speak to a mortgage broker, let me know. Drop a message below and I'll get that to you. So now the seller has to agree to it. They put the money. If the money does not go to the buyers, it stays in an escrow account, and every month, you'll pay your portion of the mortgage, and the escrow is going to pay that missing piece to make up the mortgage, right? If you do a refi, like let's say you refi the property in 6 months, you do not get the money that's left in the escrow. It has to go to pay the mortgage down, okay? So the money does not go to the buyer. Borrowers will be able to afford more of an expensive house. Yes, because if the rates are lower at 5%, and we're just using this number for argument's sake, okay? If the rate's lower, then you could afford more of a purchasing price home, right? But also, I want to make note that even though we're doing the 2-1 buy down, the 2-1 buy down is accessible to you, you still have to have a perfect credit score. I know a lot of people say, listen, 580, 620. No, I don't believe in that. You should have a 720 score to get the best rate right off the rip when you're doing your pre-approval. So credit scores and your credit data, your debt to income ratio, all of that's going to be the moving vehicle in any of this whole pie for it to work. Okay. BAR has more time to increase their income. So let's say a lot of people that's doing the 2-1 buy down is because their income is a little low. So not by doing the 2-1 buy down, you get to lower the rate, but you hopefully in 2 years when your rate expires, when the 2-1 buy down expires, you can go ahead and your income will go up. So you wouldn't really feel it in the payments, monthly payment, your new monthly payments, okay? Keep in mind again, every year that passes, your interest rate go up. So let's say it was 7% originally. That's what you got approved for. You go down to 5% the first year. You make your monthly payment on that. Now the second year, you go to 6%. Your monthly payment goes up because the rate goes up. And I'm going somewhere with this video, so you'll see the end of it. And let's say the third year, when the 2-1 buy down expires, now you're at the 7%. So your rate's going up, your payments are going to go up. Okay? So we're hoping that your income goes up so you don't feel that increase. Okay? Buyers does not get the funds. Like I said, I told you that the buyers do not get the fund. Now, in all honesty, that's the only pros to the 2-1 buy down. That's it, right? Let's go into the cons, though. This is what's important. This is what you guys really need to know. You need to do your research on this part. Interest rate will increase every year. We just spoke about that. I told you that. So the first year is 5%, second year is 6%, third year it expires, you're back to your 7% interest rate. Okay? Your payment is going to go up. Borrowers risk not able to make their monthly payment after the rate goes up to the 6%, then it goes up to the 7%. Now you may ask yourself, why? Why am I saying that? Here's what mortgage brokers and realtors are not telling you. Every year, homeowners insurance goes up and taxes goes up. They're not telling you that. And this is why I said you have to work with a qualified agent and a broker that has your best interest at heart, not just trying to get a check and move on. This is the deal breaker right here. Because you're not living in no state where the tax is not going up, especially in South Florida, in New York, Texas, California, New Jersey. And when those taxes goes up and those insurance go up, it's not going up $5, $10. It's going up astronomically, which is going to make a big big impact in your monthly payments. That's the issue is with the 2-1 buy down. Now, here's the thing. I suggest that to our mortgage broker and our realtor that we work with and so forth, you could take that money, buy down the rate. Let's say you get enough to buy down the rate from 7 to 6%. Lock your rate in and take it for 30 years. Yeah. Because now you're accustomed to one monthly payment. If your taxes go up, you're not going up 3 times, you're going up 2 times. Just taxes and insurance, your rate stays the same. That would be my recommendation for you. And again, you don't get the money. It's not like the money's coming to you. It's not coming to your pocket as the buyer. It's staying in an escrow account. All right. So the big issue with that is insurance and taxes go up every single year. It's not going down. Now, if we add, let's say you have the same income that when you bought your property, but you were in the 2-1 buy down program. Now the 2-1 buy down is expiring. Let's say you're at the same income level. You didn't get an increase, or you did, but it's nothing substantial. Now you have the same income. You're paying 7% interest. Your tax went up in 2 years. Your insurance went up in 2 years. Your credit card bills went up in 2 years. You probably acquired more debt somewhere by fixing your house or remodeling. What happens now? You risk losing the house and not able to afford the monthly payment. And obviously you can't refi because your debt to income ratio has changed because you did remodeling your house, you used your credit cards, you probably made some late payments because you're trying to keep up with it. Did the mortgage payments, now your credit score tanked. We have to clean it up again so you can refi. So again, the 2-1 buy down is a great program, but it's not for everybody. But it could be for everyone if you understand what happens after the 3rd year when the 2-1 buy down expires. This is all. You can Google all this. Everything I've spoken about the videos on. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. All of our videos, all of our content, you can validate it on the web at viable sources. All right? Not Instagram gurus and TikTok gurus. So this is something you need to think about. As we come into the home buying season in 2024, now we're in January, the first month of the year. People are still getting readjusted to the credit card debts that they use and the credit card bills from Christmas and the holidays. And the home buying season really starts in March, springtime, because kids are coming out of school in a few months. People don't want to move when the kids are in school in the middle of the semester. Now you're gonna see more homes coming on the market. People are selling, people are buying. Now, I suggest if you're in the market to purchase, make sure the credit score and your debt to income, all of that stuff is fixed. Give our office a call, schedule a consultation. Don't play around with that because that's going to be the deal breaker. But 2, consider taking the 2-1 buy down, taking the money that you're getting, but just buy the rate down. Listen, if you're at 6% and you buy down to 5%, that's better than doing the 2-1 buy down and being at 7%. All right. I hope this video was very educational for you guys. Again, if you guys have a question, comment, drop it below. I have an Excel sheet that's very real time that shows you how to break down the 2-1 buy down goals. You put the rate in, purchase price. It tells you what your monthly payment is going to be for year 1, year 2, and where you are year 3. Okay? Talk to you guys soon. Have a good day.